So I'm not sure how well you guys can hear me, but today we're working on an Altec DB-37. The complaint was the boom down function was jerky all the way through the idle. So I guess I got it off the trailer, set it up, and I was confirming it. I guess I could show you guys. It's going to get kind of loud, but we'll come back over here once we confirm it to hook up the axis, which we could recalibrate it or see about adjusting the calibration. So it's not quite jerky, but what I did notice was that, so boom raise, you have to lift up the interlock, and then coming down it'll engage and increase, but as you go boom raise, it's full. Like, it doesn't get any faster as you go up. It's just, that's as fast as it goes right off top. So I think what I need to do is just adjust the throw on this guy so that it's not 100%, or I think that's the ramp up feature, so that it doesn't just go straight to 100. It'll start at like 50, then work its way up to 100. But I'll come back when we hook up the computer and see what it says is the ramp up currently, and see how we adjust it. Alright, so we hooked up the axis over there. I can show you that port in a second, but we're in the website currently. So we go to calibrations, general. This will be boom raise lower function. So the boom raise, I didn't have, was it boom raise? No, it's boom lower. So we got threshold, low, max, and high. So for some reason you only get 20% difference, while on, oh yeah, it's also 20%. And so generally what I do before I change any of this is I take a picture of it so I know what it is, just in case we fuck something up and we gotta go back. So the threshold, that's like what it comes in at, I believe, and then your lower side, let's bring that down to 50, high side at 80. Okay, so all these should be real-time changes, so we can go start the unit. So boom raise wasn't changed, but boom lower should come in. Okay, so that didn't really. So, not sure what you guys can see. I think we need to adjust the threshold down. Alright, that's not working. Oh, it's loading. Okay. Gosh darn it. So that little connector, it goes in right there, and then you have to run this little guy, because this is the old style connector. The new one is this J1939. Here's the box. Oh, we got Wi-Fi again, so we should be hooked up to it. And it's searching. They used to have an old caddy system, but I guess they did away with that. we'll come back once I get this all figured out. All right, so we did figure something out. I could not get this adjusted. I was messing with it for a while. So what I did, just to verify that that is not bad, is it came down here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I swapped the connections off of the boom up and down functions to the rotate. So these are the original rotate wires, and I put the wires off of this one to that one, and it fixed the issue where I can actually control the ramp up and ramp down of the speed of the boom. While this one, I could do it going down, but going up, there must be something wrong with the contacts, because as soon as you get to there's no ramp, it's just straight off, and the boom kind of just jerks. So I will get one of these interlock handles ordered, and then probably put it back to the stock setting before I found it, and then we'll adjust it from there. But I also noticed, I'll show you guys, see that? So these are supposed to have a keeper to keep these from jumping around, and they've been jumping around and it's broken off. And the shielding on these wires is all messed up. This one goes in there. Oh, so it's for the, most likely it's for the auger latch, which is a kind of a fucking pain in the ass to get to, because this is spring loaded. So once you take these out, when you get the auger out, you can prop this and it'll fucking just pops out, because there's a pretty big spring in there. But we'll have to get that coming. Other than that, I think I have tool fittings I need to replace up there. I have those already because I carry some of those. But I gotta get that keeper. And I'm probably gonna get that harness for that auger stow bracket, or auger release, actually, not the auger stow bracket. But for right now, I guess we'll come back when I get this interlock. I get that harness and that little keeper for those. Not quite sure what those do, but it needs that retainer in there. But I guess we'll come back when we get those. Alright guys, we're back with the DB-37. It's been 2 days because I was waiting on some parts and I didn't actually get them all. I got the analog joystick, that bracket for those tubes or hoses on the side of the boom, a bunch of tool fittings, so I got to swap all these out to the new style, and our proxy switch for the auger. Oh, that goes right up there. I'll probably start, well, I gotta get that cover off most likely because it's gonna be zip tied in there to that hose, and then I gotta see where it goes down here. We're gonna do this first because this is probably gonna take the longest amount of time to do. It's not gonna be the hardest thing, but yeah, we're gonna do that first. I'll come back if there's anything interesting or on the next thing. All right, so we got the old one off. It's over here. The new one, the light's facing up and the little dimple's down, but they sit on this bracket that sits in there, like on those two holes right there. Runs along this, runs in here to that harness right there. That's disconnected. So we're gonna bolt it back up, we'll put it back in, and then we'll zip tie it back up. And this doesn't really look like it sits, kind of just rests in there, so we'll see about getting that in there. But yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. I did have to take the auger down just to make it easier, and guess we messed her up taking her out, so I might just get another one. That was like 50 bucks, so we'll get another one. Live and you learn. But yeah, I guess we'll come back when we got it run and we're zip tying up and we're putting that back on. All right, so we got that all buttoned up. and clean in there. It took a second because it kept getting stuck right under here in this gap, but we got it all back in there. We'll stow that in a second when we run it again. We're gonna come back over here and do this bracket for these hard lines. Yeah, they're all out of it. Can't remember. Oh, so you can see down there a little bit on the alignment. It goes like something like that. But we're missing one bolt. I took the top bolt out with that. I'm not gonna take that bottom bolt out until we get that top bolt back in, or else that whole bracket's gonna fall off. And then we'll just swing it down, I guess. We'll see if we can set you guys up. Alright, this should just there's two hoses down here, so we do got to use all of them. Let's look down this to make sure we got them all aligned, and we do. So I gotta take out this bottom screw. So we can hook up the bottom of this. Not really sure if you guys can see that. There you go. So I do need to get a bolt for this. I'll probably find, actually I don't have any cap heads. Like this. So I can find one at the hardware store, go to McFadden's or something. Copper State. But they are back in there now, so they're not gonna move around. As you saw, they were double stacked down here. Let's just verify real quick. They're all in the correct spot, and the other two look good. The cat track looks a little messed up. I'm not sure if you guys are actually able to see that. So you see, it's scooted over back there. I'm gonna extend it all the way out and see what happens. But actually no, we need to get this joystick first, and then we'll do that. Yeah, this guy. There's just 2 Phillips to hold that in. And the tool fittings. So we need a 3/8 drive and then a Phillips. So we'll be right back. I'm gonna put some of this away because I don't need these anymore. Don't need that anymore. And I gotta throw away some trash, so I'll come right back. Alright, so I got the new one in there. You gotta take this the spring out, which is just this guy on the cap. Put over it and rotate it on. But so that's what you want. So the way that works is because that spring keeps this applied so it doesn't move, but also it's grooved in there so that lip fits. And so when you let go of it and then returns back to neutral, it stays locked in so that it can't move on accident when you hit it. So they call it a dead man switch or an interlock because you have to pull it up to activate any of the functions, and then if you let go it returns back to neutral and it doesn't do anything. I like to keep, I'm probably going to take this off and keep this, get rid of this joystick so I can have that spring, because they'll lose these all the fucking time, and then you got to order the whole new thing if you don't have that. So usually what I do is I'll just keep one of these on the truck. But yeah, alright, so we went to replace those tool fittings, and apparently they sent me some 3/8 MPT or pipe, and that's 1/2 inch pipe, so we just put that back on and it's not gonna fit. So I guess I got a bunch of extra ones. I gotta get some 1/2 inch, but we hooked up the diagnostic tool and we're back in here, and I was fucking around because there's some people over here now, so I fucked around off camera, down the boom down threshold to 15 and the low max to 32, and you can feather the boom as you're going down. Now I don't have a load to put on the boom to see what will happen with the when you put a load on, but I have to go out of town tomorrow for one of our bigger jobs, so I will I'm asking the foreman that runs this normally to put a load on it, because they got some transformers over there that they can pick up and make sure that it booms up and down nice and easy, and there's some feathering because it was just real jerky last time. They said it's just kind of sketchy, but I think that's all. I'll get those tool fittings and those hoses. That's not that hard. You just fucking screw them on, put them on. I guess that's all of this, but that's pretty simple stuff. So that'll probably do it for this, unless they want me to adjust it some more, but it's a lot better. It has improved a lot through this new joystick and then the calibration. So I guess that'll be it for this little DB-37. Till next time.